became slightly tougher. So this will be an important first 6. And like you mentioned, both openers were done in that first earlier game against the same opposition. And so they look to make a mark.
Since then they made a change. They brought in the right-hander Saif Hassan, who's on strike. So it's a new opening pair.
Just look at the way the game's gone. It ebbed and flowed. I thought Sri Lanka were very good in the power play. They came out and Bangladesh just pegged them back slightly. A brilliant end to the innings towards the back end. 70 runs in the last 6. 30 thus when Shanakal played an absolute blinder. While he's always in amongst the wickets at Bangladesh, off the mark. I picked up both openers against Bangladesh. But this was his 4 wickets against Afghanistan. With the new ball, targeted the stumps, bowled with some pace, and always looking for a little bit of movement. He was spectacular. That is some bowling performance. Rashid Khan not quite aware of where that ball ended up, and he enjoyed that. Whether he can emulate that performance in that power play.
Yeah, just rely on the swing early on with the white new ball. So he'll be hoping the ball can move.
There it is, once again, full and straight, and just a hint of shape. Now we've seen that as well. In Dubai, there's been the most amount of movement in the air. It only laws at 2 or 3 overs, and that's when you want to make the most use of that. If there's anyone can exploit that movement, then that is Tushara on screen.
Usually he'll take the ball into the left-hander, take it away from the right-hander, getting it right one more time. Only a single in the first 4 deliveries. Good starter from Tushara.
Absolutely brilliant from Tushara. Bangladesh lose their first.
Tanzeen Hassan Tamim will rue the fact once he goes back in the dressing room and watches this on replay. He went down the wicket. And we spoke about the movement. This one didn't really move that much. Just completely misses it. And the ball going on to hit the top of the off-stump. That has what he has been doing throughout the tournament. Bowling stump to stump. Tanzeen Hassan Tamim. 1 for 0. 1 for 1.
Liton Das in at 3. 1 slip, 3rd up in the ring, and Tushara bowling with some steam. Sneaks a single, Liton off the mark. What an over and what a start. Bangladesh 2 for 1. Not the start Bangladesh were looking for. They lost their opener for a duck once again. Similar was a storyline in the group stage match, and Saif Hassan and Liton Das now have their work cut out. Bangladesh require 167. Chamira was the other wicket taker in that round stage who picked up the other opener. Dushmanta Chamira, a seam up, bowls with some pace, hits the surface hard, and will start with a slip.
Well, if you need to score for his team tonight, Lichun Kumar Das, the skipper, he has picked up a 50 which game against the Hong Kong China. 15 50s, gone across 2,500 runs in T20 internationals.
Dushmanta Chamira, tall, high arm ball. He'll hold that length just around off stump. Slashes hard. And picks up 4. That'll give Liton Das some confidence.
But not the right length on this kind of a surface. Short, wide, easily put away by Lichun Kumar Das. We talk about accuracy. Remember, they're very accurate. Not this time around. Gets the treatment.
Well, you and I at breakfast were discussing, and you said Liton Das is due runs and big runs.
Yeah, but what he was in.
What an opportunity if he gets his team close over the line with a knock. He has a 50 in the competition against Hong Kong China. Can he build on the start? Bit all over the place on that occasion.
a disappointment for Tanzir Hassan because he went down the wicket. We know he's been so very accurate, but he just plays all over it. Poor shot in the end. Too easy. Smiles on the faces of Sri Lankan fans, not on them.
Bowling with some pace here, quick run. Got in time, but really bowling with some pace. 144 clicks at previous delivery, the fastest so far from Chamira.
Have a look at the speed in the first over. Started with 132 Ks, 134, 132, so the mid 130s. Have a look at this, 133, and this is the wicket ball. They just drop the pace. Pace off the ball does the trick. For the bowler, Tushara. Success in his very first over.
Will pinch another quick single. Good running.
Need to stay busy. Got really padded up. Interesting. Usually comes 6, 7. We'll have to wait and see what number he comes on to bat.
Keeping all options available and ready, Bangladesh. slight change of pace to end that over.
Finally a boost.
स्ट्राइक रेट क्या स्ट्राइक रेट मैं दिखाता हूं अपनी काबिलियत
स्ट्राइक रेट 2 साल के बाद वैसे भी कमबैक हुआ है स्ट्राइक रेट ज्यादा है नहीं लेकिन लास्ट के 2 गेंदों में सभी को सरप्राइज किया
लेट्स सी की হয় কিউএক্স गेमिंग एलिमिनेट
लेंथ आगे सामने खेले ये भी 6 रन के लिए पहले चौका और फिर छक्का 2 गेंदों में 10 रन ये थोड़ा सा मोमेंटम शिफ्ट बांग्लादेश की तरफ
ज्यादा ताकत नहीं थी बस वो टाइमिंग जो कमबैक किया है वो इस क्योंकि बांग्लादेश ए के साथ जो प्रभाव डाला था ऑस्ट्रेलिया में
Strays in line, very lucky that has gone straight to fine. And you just see by the expression, Liton Das knows that he's missed out.
had to go just either side a couple of yards away and would have been a boundary. Bit of a chat in the middle, just trying to settle him down because we've already seen him trying to take a few chances. He's already done well with the first 2 deliveries. Picking up a single, so already 12 in this over.
Checked. Once again, he's varying his pace. A bit of a check drive in the end. It's a sling, he almost an undercut. But it's not essentially rolling his fingers, it's almost undercutting the ball to take the pace off. Comes off the surface at a bit of an awkward pace. A slow one into the surface and you have to re-bowl that. They also pinch a single, so this is a big over for Bangladesh. 14 off and still 1 more to close it out.
Need to be careful here because there's no fielder in the third, so anything on the bat would have easily gone on to the boundary, but then again it was wide. It's a little bit too high. They're too short also.
Just looking over his leg shoulder, plenty of ones available, anything dabbed into the leg side. A good finish. finish to the over. But a big one for Bangladesh. 14 off it, 24 for 1. Bangladesh losing a wicket very early, that of Tanzit for 1. And since then it's been good. A 24 of 1 in the 3 overs. Game's just ebbed and flowed in terms of the bowler trying to outsmart the batter, batter trying to outsmart the bowler. Change of bowling, change of pace as well. Left arm orthodox spin from Dunit Bella. Aage. Bangladesh will spin from Dunit Bella. Aage. Bangladesh will still try and look to come hard. Bangladesh will still try and look to come hard at the spinner. Head on, up in the ring, long off on the boundary, deep mid-wicket on the boundary, the 2 fielders outside. Does well to follow the batter.
Interesting to see how this pair go on from here on.
Does well to follow the batter.
Interesting to see how this pair go on from here on. Introduction of spin to Nitbela. Economy of just above 7, best of 3 for 9.
Takes him on, and that has all the miles to travel all the way for 6.
7, best of 3 for 9.
Takes him on, and that has all the miles to travel all the way for 6. And Saif putting dancing shoes on and getting rewarded for it. This prior to the start of this game had only hit 8 sixes in the tournament, and only 4 of the 8 came in the power play. Mentioned changes in the top of the order, and Saif coming good, 22 of 13.
The 22 of 13 is not good enough. The 22 of 13 is not good enough. He needs to understand that. He needs to think about bat deeper. Single from Lichun Kumar, so we will keep the strike with that single. 10 in that over. After 4, Bangladesh 34 for 1. From Lichun Kumar, so we will keep the strike with that single. 10 in that over. After 4, Bangladesh 34 for 1.
Moment 34 plays 36 at the same stage. None for 36 were Sri Lanka on the charge at the moment. 10 off that last over certainly helped the cause of Bangladesh. Johir again. 1 for 16, he's got off 2 at this stage. Solid drive. Just the one. Flying shot. Last ball, the last over. Really was a, oh, look at the shoelaces. Don't trip over. He didn't. Hit it just the one. Flying shot. Last ball, the last over. Really was a, oh, look at the shoelaces. Don't trip over. He didn't. Hit it nice and clean. Straight down the ground for 6. Tie those shoelaces up.
There's so much for us fussing over tying our shoelaces and getting everything right. Reminds me of Deandra Dotton from West Indies, I think a 6 when there was a spectator walking in front of the screen at that exact moment. But she hit that 6 to get to 100. 6 when there was a spectator walking on the screen at that exact moment.
Some players are very different. He still hasn't worried about that lace. No problems at all. And a trip over him. Indian player asked the opposition player to tie that lace up, and some have been tempted, I'm sure, to tie it in double knots. And a trip over him. Indian player for the third, touch and turning. It's good running, good aggressive stuff from Bangladesh.
And good sprint behind the ball as well. Terrific hit. The way he ran behind the ball was a sight to behold. It wasn't a bad ball at all. Terrific hit to get it over the infield, and Velalage, the way he ran behind the ball was a sight to behold. Gave everything behind it. Then the slide and dragging the ball back.
Tag teamwork. They'll just flick that on the onside towards that shorter boundary. No problem whatsoever. 6 more. The tag teamwork. They'll just flick that on the onside towards that shorter boundary. No problem whatsoever. 6 more. Seen some wonderful shots towards that short boundary tonight.
Tell you what, to get that kind of power and distance of a slow ball tells you that it's mostly wrists and good batsmanship. It's again that undercutting off spinner that he bowls, and just great use of the wrist. Just one of those innings you start coming in and start playing shot and everything. Just again that undercutting off spinner that he bowls, and just great use of the wrist. Just one of those innings you start
bowling to him with that sling action. We haven't faced him before, haven't seen much of him before. It's a little bit different. He's had some beautiful shots off him since that first over.
Over the years, there's been a distinct advantage batting second. We'll keep a close eye on the pitch. Now this ball carried
shots off him since that first over.
আমি বুঝি তো
close eye on the
Good running again. Really good work. 14 from the over, 48 for 1.
One strike, one statement from the field to the planet. When bold execution meets global ambition, the impact is full swing. Give your all. Explode.
বন্ধুরা আজকের এই লাইভটি সেই নিয়মে লিংকে ক্লিক করে আজকে
Strong on the onside. Time just the one. So Fasan's been playing really nicely. 18 balls for his 33, 3 sixes and 1 4. Here's a look at the 3 sixes that he sets. Today, strong down the ground. Connection. And that little flip on the onside.
Clearly he's got this natural knack
lack of using the wrist at the very last minute. He's not a big swinger of the bat. It's just about making connection and something that you develop naturally. Don't really practice it. Various ways of getting power.
Oh, let's bounce a little bit more. Come back as well.
Yeah, with Saif Hassan, it seems like it's more of making the connection and the wrist come into play big time to get the power. We had Nasir Shanaka playing the kind of inning that made the difference. Could he be the man for Bangladesh? Obviously the player in the spotlight now.
Scored most of the runs in this partnership as well. 49 it is, the partnership of just 28 deliveries. That's fine going between these two. Lindas sitting back and allowing Saif to take centre stage. Short delivery, rushed him a little bit. Came on him quite quickly. Single brings up the 50 stand.
Yeah, you're right. The ball came on very quickly, and that's his great strength and a gift as well. He's somebody who just can't help but bowl quickly. He just runs and has this beautiful bowling action, and the ball comes at a rapid pace. But the problem in T20s, and that's why he has a very high economy rate, is that if you're just either side of the stumps, then you're in trouble because the batters will just use the pace of somebody like Johir. So he's got no choice but to be in the stumps all the time.
Advancing down the ground, hitting that over the top. Really nicely played that one. That's a couple of bounces, gone for 4. That's a good, strong, confident shot.
Now this is variation for the sake of variation. Bowled a good last ball, quick into the body. Next ball, new batter on strike. He just felt he had to do something different. The slow delivery, the leg cutter where the pace really drops. Somebody like Litton Das, who's been around for a long time, is almost sort of expecting, okay, what different is it going to do this ball? So sometimes making no variation can be actually very deceptive for the batter.
Steps down the track and bang him over the top for 4. This is the time of the innings, the first innings, locked away at the moment, the run stakes in this game at the stage. But this is the time where Bangladesh started to come right back into the game and picked up a couple of wickets. Formation of that stand I was talking about, 33 and 19. San, 33, Litton Das, happy to sit back and do a bit of watching. Had a wonderful year, Litton Das. Highest run getter in T20 international cricket, all 4-member teams. Always cracked that on the offside. That's a terrific shot for 4. That is right out of the screws. Nice way to finish the over, 59 for 1. Plenty of excitement from the Bangladesh supporters. Boundaries have been scored left, right and centre. That signal was to let us know that the power play is done. 6 overs, 59 for 1. That allows a little more protection in the field. And spinners often introduced at exactly this stage.
I must confess, I'm a little surprised they've gone to spin a little later.